What's up, guys? Welcome to another video, and what you're looking at is the E92 BMW 335i with the N54 setup. Now, I wanted to do a review on this car relating to the valve cover, mainly because this valve cover is a eBay valve cover. Well, you could get this cheap valve cover at eBay and Amazon, but it's a cheap valve cover for like around 200 bucks, give or take. And I said, hey, let me give this a shot. I wasn't sure if this particular valve cover will last any long, especially for like daily driving use. So I've driven this car for, I'll say, maybe a good month and change. So it's almost every day. So I think I put in a well, because I drive a lot, drive back and forth to work and stuff. So I think I put well over 3,000 miles. So yeah, that's a lot of driving in a short period of time, but I did have fun every time I drive, because I drive this everywhere. I drive this to work, I drive this to different locations, and where I live in Georgia, where certain places I like to go to, it's kind of far. So, but it allows me to actually test this bad boy in the best way I can, and here are my thoughts. So before I begin, I just want to say thank you guys for the support. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button as well. If you want to share anything relating to this eBay cheap ass valve cover, hit the comments down below. Now let's get down to it. So in the previous video, I've shown how I install it, pretty much, not too much in detail, but I did show you how I install it. With this valve cover came with its own gasket, which I would not recommend it. I felt like if I bought a cheap valve cover, I know for a fact that gasket might be super cheap too and probably won't last long. So I went ahead and bought a OEM or OE, something, a better quality. I always recommend just get the OEM. Quality is better, lasts longer. And I went ahead and put it inside. I went ahead and installed both of these. The first thing I've noticed, after I torqued it the first time, I had to torque it again, because apparently these bolts here, they were getting loose. So after I tightened the first time, I let it settle, thinking everything is good, and I went ahead and double check, because I'm kind of like OCD. I like to make sure everything is okay even the third time. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I did that, and I have noticed that some of these bolts are actually loose, and I was like, wait a minute, I know I tightened these. So I went ahead and tightened these. So I tightened these, I believe it was like around 10 foot-pounds. It doesn't need that much to tighten these because it's aluminum block and everything. And I tightened it like the second time, and then I double checked again after maybe 30 minutes, a little bit longer than that, and then it's pretty much tight the second time when I checked it. But I went ahead and just like torqued it one last time. There was a few bolts that kind of was just a little bit loose, just a little bit, but it wasn't like significant where it's a red flag. So I've noticed that after you tighten the first time with the gasket, I guess when the gasket settles, the bolts gets loose. This perhaps happened to other guys, but it happened to my case is where, if you can see right here, if you see close enough, give you just the right lighting, if you notice that some of the gasket has been separated. So that was the issue I've noticed. I did not see any leaks following from that. I checked the sides back there and the corners over there as well. I haven't seen any leaks, so there was no valve cover leak. So I know at least for that case it's great, but also I was concerned about vacuum. I didn't get any significant codes or anything. I didn't get any codes or anything like that to show that this has any vacuum leak, and I hope it stays that way, maybe with more time down the road. But for now, it's holding strong for 3,000 miles, and yeah, it's pretty good so far. Would I recommend this to anybody? I'll probably give this, for now, I'll give it maybe a 3 out of 5. Would I recommend this to anybody? I'll say yes, give it a chance, because thus far it's doing well. I definitely will recommend to use a OEM gasket. Do not use their gasket. I have not tried it, but I just felt like something this cheap, I know their gasket is not that, you know, the quality of it is not that great, especially for a vehicle like this. I think you should go ahead and get the quality when it comes to the gasket. But no sign of leaks throughout the car at all. No leaks from the inside here. When it comes to the fitment, it's pretty spot on. It's the only thing that you will notice. I think I mentioned it in the previous video, but the only thing you'll notice is that the old valve cover will have these bolts like locked in, so even when you loosen them out, they won't come all the way out. These doesn't have this valve cover doesn't have it, and you cannot those little locks, or I guess like they're like not covers, like blankets or something, but basically they cover around the bolt and keep it in place when you loosen it out so it won't fall out or anything. But my whole point I'm trying to say is that they won't fit in these aluminum valve cover. I took one out to try it, didn't work, so it's just pretty much for what it is. So I did so just consider that. When it comes to the PCV in the back, it's pretty much straightforward. There's nothing, like, everything is identical to the original valve cover. So if you want to, go ahead and give it a shot. I will definitely leave the link down below if you are interested. Daily driving is holding well. The only thing that I would definitely tell you to double check, especially after installation, is your bolts. Make sure that you torque them, and when you torque them, you settle, torque them again, check again, make sure they're good. Can't necessarily over tighten these too much, and then be open to the idea, like I did, because I tightened it like 2 to 3 different times, that pieces of the, you can see right here, splitting right now, but pieces of the gasket or the seal, piece of it is start tearing apart. Now, like I said, that might be an issue down the road when it comes to leaking or vacuum, but I'll definitely see what happens in the future. But right now it's solid, it's holding, you know, it's holding its weight. So that's pretty much the gist of it. Definitely give you more intel about this in the future. Perhaps I'll probably give some like little small videos, updates through Instagram, and I'll leave a link down there if you're interested to look at those in the future. But right now it seems like it's actually a bargain. So if anybody else have tried this or have purchased a aluminum valve cover, specifically either this brand or something different, you know, share in the comments below how your experience was. Is this actually a great valve cover long term, or is it just a waste of money and time? Are you better off going right back to the old fashioned, which is the black plastic from Bosch or BMW? Or, you know, should we get those, like, you know, super expensive upgraded valve covers that those suckers look solid as hell? That's all I can say about those. So there are so many variations of valve covers out there, and sometimes, you know, it'd be cool if you could save $1 or $2 on whatever on the BMW, especially if the quality is equivalent or even better than the OEMs. But that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.